Что за трупы, блядь?
You're here. Brilliant.
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin... Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance and... You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get... I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. He's this way. Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance. There he is. Good luck.
What are you doing here?
Hello, Ominous. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
I owe you an apology, Ominous. I wasn't honest with you before about the Undercroft. Sebastian did show. He wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other fifth years.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me.
Don't tell me he's still going on about...
He told you about that?
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say...
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic.
Wait, you've never been in some...
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worship. She'd heard of this scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret... She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished.
That's a bit unnerving. I suppose even if it might lead...
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and...
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. Get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne.
I see what you've done here, and I confess. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. I hope we don't regret this.
Sebastian! Over here!
Confringo! These braziers grant
Revelio.
access to the scriptorium.
Now you'll share? You wouldn't tell me when I...
Confringo!
It wasn't you who told me what I needed to hear.
Revelio!
Opening the entrance has something to do with threes.
Well, 3 heads are better than 1.
Its 2 heads are better than 1.
And by that logic, 3 is better than 2. Simple mathematics, Ominous.
Confringo!
Something's happening.
I hope we're ready for this.
Dark, ominous corridors. My favorite.
Revelio!
No comment.
Come on, that was a good one.
Prepare.
The rubble formed a relief of a person facing a snake.
That must be the voice I hear. The voice is ancient.
You hear a voice.
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second.
I see no reason we should stop now.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I can't believe I'm doing this.
It worked! Ominous, you possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the two of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Between the two of us?
Never mind. There's no clear way forward.
Revelio.
Like a maze. Salazar Slytherin most likely...
Incendio.
Solved.
Revelio.
The door we came from, it closed. And there's more than one gate ahead.
Then look closely at each gate for clues.
Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. The dial requires focus.
Art Noctua said the same. It may take practice to solve it. That didn't sound good.
Salazar Slytherin didn't make this easy.
This journal entry, it mentions getting lost and being unwelcome. Revelio.
Poor Art Noctua. There's bound to be a match to the symbol.
Reparo. Lumos. Matching the symbols did open it.
Was about to do that myself, but you got to it first.
Revelio.
Nice work.
Another gate.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
Just running the family.
Look in a mirror, Sebastian. That sounded promising.
Another dial solved.
Impressive. Nice work.
Revelio. Confringo. Ominous, your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
She did. And she was my favorite person in the world for it.
Lumos. Noctua references painful and arduous challenges, but also rewards.
Painful. That's the part I'm wary of.
All I heard was rewards. Keep going. We've got more to solve ahead.
Revelio.
Search each corridor. It may not be obvious
Lumos.
which leads where.
not the welcoming sort, was he? Excellent work. We're another step closer to the scriptorium. I spotted something ahead.
Revelio.
It's troubling.
This whole place is troubling, but for my aunt's sake, we cannot stop now.
The gate! I think we're locked in. Again.
Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
Ominous. A skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do.
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door, and Crucio is etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
He does seem a bit cross with you. I'll speak with him.
Good. Work your magic, so to speak. Wish we had some liquid luck.
All of this could have been avoided.
Ominous. I hadn't imagined we'd end up trapped like this.
Salazar Slytherin did. He's to blame for many unimaginable things. I overheard you and Sebastian, and I won't do it. The Cruciatus curse is pure torture, I would know.
Sebastian told me a little of what happened when you were young. Sounds as if you had no choice.
Should have known he would have told you. And one always has a choice. I'm as guilty as the worst of my family. Unforgivable curses won't work unless you really mean them. I had to want to cause pain, and that spells the reason I have no family left. If you cast Crucio, you will regret it forever.
Блять.
What do we do now? Ominous is not going to cast the
Ridiculous. As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow. I think I can cast it if I have to.
I want to learn the curse, and I think it's best if I cast it on you.
Very well, if that's what you want. To perform the spell, raise your wand, point it at me, and firmly declare Crucio. Hold on as long as you can.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Are you all right?
That pain. I would have done anything to make it stop. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving.
Revelio.
We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
I can't believe we're here.
Sebastian, ominous. There's a book just here.
You found something.
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around a bit.
Revelio. Revelio. What do you think?
Looks like a spellbook of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's breathtaking.
Revelio.
I don't want to leave, but I owe you. Both of you. Without both of you, we'd never have made it this far.
We were lucky. We could have died. We must swear never to do this again.
I see a way out.
Best news I've heard all day.
Ominous. About your aunt.
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
I suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her. Thank you.
You would be wise not to underestimate this student. Their aptitude for magic is beyond anything I've ever seen, and I've been teaching a long time.
It is a joy to have such a student.
It can be.
There you are.
I received your owl. I was able to speak with Lodgok, the goblin I mentioned before.
What did you learn?
He and Ranrock were close once.
You believe he can be trusted?
He seemed trustworthy. Difficult to know, really. But Serona...
Well, that's something, I suppose. Supposing he can be trusted...
I retrieved a stolen helm he hopes to return to Ranrock in order to regain his confidence.
You have been busy. Let's hope your efforts result in our learning something about Ranrock's plans.
Lodgok did mention that Ranrock is searching for something, but he couldn't say what. Perhaps that helm will yield some answers.
Ranrock is searching for something. I feared as much. I've heard an unusual amount of activity, goblins and wizards, I surmise, when visiting my portrait at my castle.
Rookwood Castle?
My former residence, yes. That castle is also the location of your next trial.
You didn't see anything?
I did not. In fact, I did not make myself known. I only recently returned there. I stayed out of sight, so as not to tempt my portrait's destruction.
I'm sorry to tell you that Victor Rookwood, evidently your descendant...
My descendant? A dark wizard? Despite the obstacles that clearly await you, you must get to Rook. Not only is it the location of the next trial, it is home to a source... I do wish we had the luxury of time. However, I do not doubt your abilities. Find my port...
Very well, sir. I'm on my way.
Best of luck.
No time to waste. I'll meet you at Rookwood Castle.
А, тут задание автоматически не взялось, да? Ну вы пиздец, блядь.
Revelio.
Over here!
What's going on here?
Professor Rookwood was right. The place is crawling with... They're working together, all right. But I'm sure you'll agree that we need to find a way in other than...
Only follow Leave your accusations in someone else's direction if you don't.
Absurd, isn't it? Ranrock wants us to find the child, but Which child?
We could take every child we find to Ranrock, if we make it the right one.
Cool. Sounds like a lot of work. Perhaps we just tell him we looked. Well, if he asks.
It does sound easier. Let's do that.
Quiet as a grapple, and you are. Someone there. Wait a moment. What was that?
It's no Dallas. Revelio.
Revelio.
You can't stop Ranrock's rebellion!
You are my thrown in That's our way in.
No more!
Expulso!
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa.
If I'd known your plan was to dig up half the
I
country...
wouldn't have to dig if you could simply manage to bring me the child.
We wouldn't need the child if you hadn't sent a dragon to retrieve the container I spent months and countless ministry favors tracking.
You let them board the carriage. My options were limited once I knew it would be inconveniently beyond my reach at that infernal school.
Have you not acquired enough power here? I allowed you to tunnel under my family home.
Allowed me? You are here only because you are descended from a keeper and may at some point inadvertently become valuable. We had an agreement. I will share with you the power that I discovered if you locate the stores of magic that are yet to be found. So, unless you want another demonstration of my power, a power that you one day hope to wield, bring me the child.
We already knew they were after you, but now we know they're digging for
And Ranrock knows about...
Yes, I caught that too. Professor Rookwood said that you'd understand more once you complete the next trial.
Let's get into that castle.
Revelio.
Пиздец.
Any special words you want me to pass on to your mum?
Expulso!
Quite conductive, aren't we? Ha! Another pitiful beast caught in my trap.
I'm ripping and dying, are we?
Expulso.
You are terribly outstanding. Surely you can do that.
Magic, I presume. Expulso! Hello? Descendo! Death from above! We got through here! Enjoy! Brave to face me! Confringo!
It's become personal.
No, go! Descendo! Protego! I've had it enough. That thing! Expulso! How embarrassing! Descendo! Just wait till... Confringo! Might want to look up! Stop that right now! Flipendo! Descendo! What are you... Flipendo!
Nice try!
Protego! Fight for me! Flipendo! Descendo! Expulso!
You won't survive this, mate.
Quite conductive, aren't we? Had enough? Confringo!
Ах.
Head in the clouds, this one!
Revelio. 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 Revelio.
Сколько там этих блядских испытаний-то?
I suppose that's the quick way down.
Revelio.
Is there something to those symbols on the walls?
There is. I've seen symbols like these before. I need to find all of them, then cast at them quickly in succession.
Goblin tracks. They're a step ahead of us. Let's see where they lead.
Revelio.
This must be it. The store of magic and the source of Ranrock's power.
It looks empty. If they've taken all of it, why are they still here?
Ranrock said there's more to be found, and if he's right about that, it may or may not be located here. Wherever it is, we need to find it before they do. Where is that portrait?
Revelio.
I heard something. I was hoping that was you.
Professor Rookwood, the goblins and dark wizards who've overrun your castle are digging for stores of magic and have broken open some sort of container.
No. Things are... If, as you told Percival, a goblin in his vault was wielding a powerful magic, then they have somehow learned.
And sir, they know you were a keeper.
This makes no sense. How did... We shall discuss this later.
Sir, surely I've proven myself. In light of what's happened.
The power you stand to wield must first be fully... Power without knowledge is dangerous. We will simply have to outwit Ranrock. And...
Very well, Professor. Tell me where I need to...
I shall reveal the path. Professor Figman.
I would join you if I could. I shall await your arrival in the map chamber.
Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Revelio.
Ну ладно.
That pillar is blocking the path. I'll need to move it.
Мгм.
Levioso.
Что-то не зацепился. Ой, блядь.
Revelio.
А нужно оно мне?
Is there any way to reposition this archway?
Accio. Guardium Leviosa. Accio.
Нихуя себе.
Leviosa. Expelliarmus. Arresto Momentum. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus. Arresto Momentum. Descendo. Crucio. Descendo. Revelio.
I believe I need to proceed to the left here, but how?
Revelio. Revelio.
There's a pillar here, but no ledge near it for me to grab onto.
Expelliarmus.
Crucio.
Propendo. Descendo. Expelliarmus.
Это чё? А что происходит? А, нихуя себе.
Expelliarmus.
Cruciо.
Defender. Glacius. Expelliarmus.
Crucio.
Glacius. Defender. Expelliarmus. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Leviosa.
В чем прикол?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa.
Revelio.
Expelliarmus. Arresto Momenti. Descendo. Expelliarmus.
Блядь. А понял, кто б нахуй сомневался.
Revelio. Arresto momentum descendo. Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus. Arresto momentum descendo. Expelliarmus. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Glaciers. Defendo. Crucial. Defendo. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus. Arresto momentum descendo. Glacier. Defender.
Ну, здорово.
What a relief.
Ну-ка.
Revelio.
I must say I'm curious to hear of Isadore's travels.
Do come in. Please, have a seat.
Isadora, we are all most intrigued to hear.
We're ready. I've something to show you. Father, these are my colleagues from Hogwarts. Father hasn't spoken since my brother died. On my travels, I confirmed that which I've always believed. That we have the power to take away pain.
Isadora. What have you done?
I took his pain.
This is uncharted magic, Isadora. You can only see what has been sealed in the jar, and we do not know what power that may hold. But the traces of that magic are different from what I've seen before.
Thank you.
Revelio.
You're back.
And in one piece, no less. It is good to see you again.
Professor Rookwood told me about what happened at Rookwood Castle.
In light of the dire circumstances in which we find ourselves, it is most...
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep the second artifact.
Good. Are you ready to move on?
What was the glowing strand that...
It was... pain. You will understand more about her actions as...
I'm ready for whatever comes next.
In that case, introductions are in order.
Allow me to introduce former Hogwarts headmistress, Neve Fitzgerald.
How do you do? I must say that I was not entirely surprised to learn that a student had been completing the trials. I've always believed Hogwarts students capable of anything they set their minds to.
Thank you, Professor. It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
I am certain that you are more than capable. However, I must first, how shall I say, prepare.
We trust your judgment, Professor Fitzgerald. You should know better than anyone how to manage the inconvenient.
A vainglorious and exasperating head. I shall confirm that everything is in order immediately.
Of course. Professor Fitzgerald needs some time to clear the way forward. If you learn more about Ranrock and Victor Rookwood's activities...
Very well, Professor. I know. Continue to hope.
You do learn quickly. Hopefully you will soon hear from Lodgok as well, and we shall learn how he fared with... Well done today, as always.
О,